There are many large Overwatch content creators who like to preach how to play Reinhardt. Hundreds and hundreds of videos telling you the same exact thing, yet you never improve. It's very easy to fall for the trap of follow what the large content creator says. I will show you how to truly master Reinhardt. Consider yourself lucky. Not many people will see this video, but those who do will ascend and master Reinhardt and unlock the fourth fighting style. I will be talking about things you've never heard of, that no one talks about in their videos, but are crucial and critical to understanding how to play Rein. Your first lesson will now commence. At higher ranks, you're going to encounter the same tanks, time after time. These are meta heroes. Alongside meta heroes are what we call Metaslaves. People at higher ranks that will never play anything but the meta. Understanding a Metaslave is very crucial to the psychological warfare aspect of this video. But first we're going to look at the tanks and what they excel at.
Well. Oh, well.
No, Reinhardt is a very sad character. And
And
Roadhog is a very good character. The first tank we're going to talk about is Doomfist. With his high movement potential and high damage burst, he's perfect for diving the enemy backlines and escaping. He's not a scary tank in a 1v1, but he sure does make your life hell once he kills your entire backline. I got two!
Let's go, nice!
let's go, Joe.
Our next meta tank is Sigma. Sigma is extremely powerful because from medium to long range he can not only protect his teammates but deal massive damage. His left shift not only negates certain abilities but also increases his own health. He's very survivable. If you're wondering why I got the footage from the test range, that's because I'd rather run headfirst into a brick wall to fall asleep than play Sigma in competitive. Roadhog is the first of the meta tanks to counter Reinhardt. Roadhog is the type of person to only level up their health and damage numbers. This man is a fucking abomination. He is purely damage and health numbers. That is all he is. He is that to the extreme and he's meta because of it. So because he's so uncomplicated, I'm just gonna show footage of me doing things as Roadhog. It's not like I can show any crazy scenarios. He just shoots guys. Just gonna walk through everything. Hold on. I want this tracer. Orisa. The worst of the worst. Well, technically the best of the best, but for Reinhardt, she's the best at consistently shutting him down. Damage, survivability, and utility. She has literally all of it, and it all works against Reinhardt. Blizzard needs to nerf her cooldowns. She has everything at all times. She's either damaging, or surviving, or eating damage, or controlling everything. She does too much. So how does all of this relate to the Metaslaves? Here is a visual representation of a Metaslave's ego. Metaslaves are extremely fragile and will do anything for SR, and we're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to show you a timeline of a Metaslave's Overwatch history. They start off at a lower rank like anybody else, maybe bronze, maybe even gold. They find a character that they love and enjoy, but then the inevitable happens. They get flamed. This soon-to-be Metaslave was just enjoying his hero, but his team didn't care. They were saying horrible things like, "This is why you're hard stuck at this rank, you're never gonna climb out of this rank." This completely destroys their mental. This poor person just wanted to play a character he thought was fun, and he got completely flamed over it. And now, the next game he plays, yes he does rank up, but he's playing heroes he doesn't actually like and enjoy. He traded his own happiness and enjoyment for his team not to flame him. Honestly, the story of a Metaslave is quite honestly pretty sad. Let's take advantage and manipulate them. So you've got these people constantly playing Orisa, playing Sigma, playing all these meta heroes that they might not actually enjoy. And then there's you, playing Reinhardt, playing your favorite goddamn tank. But how does that work? How is he in my rank, but he's playing Reinhardt? I'm playing meta, why am I anywhere near this guy? And then he thinks to himself, is it possible to play tanks that you actually enjoy? Even if they're not meta, you can climb to high ranks with them? Maybe I can do the same. And inevitably, he swaps off his Orisa and goes Reinhardt. And then there's this. This is the kicker. This is the punchline. This man hasn't played Rein. He's been playing meta. He hasn't learned how to play Rein at these high ranks. So what happens? He goes Rein, I defeat him, his entire team says main tank diff, and his ego is crushed that much more. It's perfect. This is psychological warfare. These fucking losers that only play meta are so fragile that you just picking a tank that you enjoy is enough to throw them off and make their day just that much worse. Now for our second lesson. Keeping your sanity intact. Forcing Reinhardt at higher ranks is not going to be easy. You might lose most of your fights, to be honest. In the background, I have footage of me fighting an Orisa. I want you to look at this footage and tell me, would you swap after what just happened? It's only a minute long, so just sit down and watch. I am sick of Orisa. Please remove everything about her. Remove her legs. Make her just... She can't leave spawn. Please. Hope you can see why I called this lesson Keeping Your Sanity, because that is exactly what's going to happen when you play Reinhardt for too long at higher ranks. Now, one of the most important things you need to understand if you're playing Reinhardt is that winning isn't always everything. If you're going into every game thinking that if you lose, it's the end of everything, you're wrong and you shouldn't be playing Rein. With that being said, why was I so upset in that clip? If I don't care about winning, why would I be mad? Well, simply, it just wasn't fun to play that. I did not enjoy my experience then. If I did only care about winning, I think I would actually be happy with the situation I was in. We almost got it to the complete end of the map. Not only do other heroes make it unfun to play Rein, but sometimes Overwatch doesn't even make it fun to play Rein. Someone. Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Thank you, good sleep. I need to make it very clear, I'm not starting some sort of Reinhardt allegiance club. If you're getting destroyed or you're not having fun on Rein or whatever, there's a million reasons in Overwatch, just swap. I'm not saying you have to play Rein, but I'm just saying, like, if you're someone like me who has an unnecessary amount of hate towards meta players, you know, just... What am I saying? Yeah, just swap if you need to, basically. Anyway, if you're gonna try and play Reinhardt and win every game like your life depends on it, you're probably gonna die then. Sadly, the fact is, at higher ranks, Reinhardt is just not good. There is too much damage, too much crowd control, too much counterplay. He's just not good at higher ranks. This video isn't how to play Reinhardt in GM or top 500. This video is how to master Reinhardt. And a part of mastering Reinhardt is accepting the fact that you're not going to do what Orisa can do. You're not going to do what Sigma can do. You're not going to do what Hog can do. But just keep your cool and don't freak out. But sometimes you will freak out, like in that Orisa clip. Sometimes it just builds up. And now for lesson number 3, and one of my favorite lessons, being a good team member. This is going to sound pretty cheesy, but I mean this honestly. This game can get pretty hard, and honestly, it can get pretty self-defeating. If your Widow hits a nice grapple shot, call it out. Say, hey, good shot. If your Ana is healing you through thick and thin, call it out. Say thank you. They'll appreciate it. It can honestly go a long way for the player's mental. It is cheesy, I admit, but it's pretty good. It's good advice. Be a good player. There will be times when your teammates flame each other, and that's honestly fine. You don't really need to step in. But what if they're getting a little bit too personal? What if they're going too far? They don't really need to take it this aggressively. Remember what we learnt in school? Being a bystander is just as bad as being a bully. Let's use a very common example. A DPS is flaming their supports for not healing them enough. if they're getting too aggressive, you don't need to be some sort of white knight, but just tell the guy to shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? It's not, you don't gotta be some sort of superhero, but if they're getting too aggressive and too personal and like, the guy really needs to chill, just honestly, just fuck him, you know? Not literally, I mean, you know. What happens if you destroy the enemy team and the next game you get someone from that enemy team that you destroyed on your team? My best advice? Literally don't bring it up. There is no reason to put someone down like that. How many times have you personally been destroyed and then you get into a team with the person that destroyed you and you're like, I pray to God this guy doesn't shit talk me. It's just not fun. So that's really my advice. Don't be a piece of shit, really. That's about it. Be nice to your teammates, give them thanks. Don't be a dickhead to the enemies. They don't deserve it. But really, like, say thank you to your supports. XOXO supports, I love you very much. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, this video was like kind of a half joke, so everything I said in this video, I do actually do. I do solo shatter tanks, I do all of that dumb shit. But my point is, Ryan isn't good. You gotta make your own way to make Ryan good, and you might as well have fun doing it, because you're just gonna be wasting your time if you try hard on him. I don't expect this video to get a lot of views. My Cassidy one fucking blew up, and it was dog shit quality, to be honest. I'm going to attribute the success to the YouTube algorithm, to be honest. It did everything for me. It's just a shame that I don't think that can happen twice, because I really did put a bit more effort into this video. But my Cassidy one, which fucking, to be honest, I really am disappointed with how it turned out. That one fucking blew up. But hey, whatever. Also, if you're still here, suggest a video on like who I should make a video on next. I'm thinking Ana, so I can do tank DPS support. And Ana will be more of a bit more like Cassidy, where it's a bit more factual. This one is clearly, not clearly, but like, it's like half taking the piss. It's a bit of a joke, but it's not really a joke, because I still, you know, I'm serious about all the things I'm saying. But Ana, I'm definitely more like supports. I understand supports. You're going through it right now. I can help you. I can actually help you go through it and cope. But hey, whatever. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for making all the other videos blow up. I really appreciate the kind words on the Cassidy video, especially after my JoJo video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read any of the comments on my JoJo video. They didn't like my opinion. So thank you. I hope this blows up. It probably won't. Goodbye, thank you. Suggest characters. I'll probably do Ana next though.